name is AlQadhi. My brand is My Halal Company. It's a dietary restrictions for people of the Muslim faith. I'm Muslim, and this is the community that I'm serving. With My Halal Company, we are focusing on Muslims in North America, specifically in the United States, and how we can serve them better because they are a very underserved community when it comes to food and beverages. Even though the number of Muslims in the United States as of now is surpassed 10 million people, but the products that we have, it's a small list. And with that, we are really focusing on being an American brand. So American born brand, it's not something that a brand we are importing and distributing here to small authentic little stores. No, we are building it like home built recipes, home built like here in the United States, like as a brand, as an ingredient with the quality that we love about the American brands here. We're going after big box store like Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, Whole Food is one of the top ones we have. That's our brand. We are the first brand to do such a thing. So we're excited about it.
If you go in the grocery store, you see all different types of ethnic foods and cultural things. And I don't know that I've ever seen halal food.
That's one of the main things behind our name. We can call it anything that people will maybe understand within our community, but we wanted to have the dietary restriction part of our company name. I'm always compare it. There are way more keto products, vegan, vegetarian, paleo. Our community, like Muslim community and the Jewish community in the United States, is about the same number, but they have so many products. They have thousands and thousands of products that are kosher certified, which for us it helps us as Muslims because we can use it, but we're using them as good example to aim at. Like this is where we want to be, and this is how we want to serve our community.
Muslims who want to keep halal, what is their other alternative? How do you do it?
That's one of the biggest points of our last experience attending a conference and a trade show. So we were there and talking to people, and we realized the pain is way more than what we anticipated. That's one of the unfortunate things is the pain points are being passed on to the next generation. So we have a first generation American born Muslims. They feel the same pain points, even more actually than their parents who came here and migrated. And this is a part of our origin story is that we have people who converted to Islam and say, hey, I can adapt. But I said, no, but their generation, they are people, they don't know anything outside the United States. So their food preference is so much different than people who migrated recently. And this is not only very underserved, it's not served at all. The Muslim community, they got really good reading an ingredient list. If you go to one of the big grocery stores and you see a family just huddling with their phone and looking at the back of, oh, what is this? You can bet one of two people they'll be Muslim. With our food industry is heavily processed. So they put one ingredient there that has a list of 6, 7 things in it. And you don't know what's actually in it. Like they tell you oil, could be freaking anything oil. Vegetable oil, if they don't say it, animal oil, that's a whole kind of formula opening. What kind of animal is it? Because as Muslims, we're not allowed to consume anything that has to do with pork. So pigs, all of it, like wild, not wild, farm raised, all of that, and alcohol. Those are the big top 2 categories. Plus anything that's blood pay, the halal way of consuming meat, it has to be slaughtered, has to be drained from the blood, allowed it, like give it enough time to drain a lot of blood, and then you process it. But we know time is money, everything here is money, and we love capitalism, but we don't love this aspect of capitalism where it comes into faith and health. And I think we all agree on it, especially here in Capping. We have so many food-related brands, and everyone is working the same thing. We want clean ingredients. We want real ingredients. So that's part of it. Another thing I think is so big on the halal thing that you don't find in other dietary restriction is the ethics of it. For example, chicken is slaughtered in an Islamic way. It's not only halal because of the way it's slaughtered. No, that's one aspect. The other aspect, what have you fed this animal? The animal cannot have meat byproducts, other not clean ingredients, enzymes, all these things. It cannot have it. It has to be as natural as God created it. Like you let chicken, whatever it eats, this is what's supposed. You can feed it more of this stuff, but you cannot just add undump things on it. it should be treated well. It's not like in a box on shelves and it's a broken leg and you drag it and down. So animal treatment, it's a big thing when it comes to halal. Doing it the right way. That's one of the main reasons. How is it clean and ethical and humane? That's the reason the halal diet is attracting non-Muslims people to it. I had people from Canada approaching me and say, we're non-Muslims, but we are interested in the halal just because of one, two, three. And those are things that they were mentioning. We have a farm here, like 2 hours from here. It's my Allah's, and we're doing chickens and everything. One unique things that we are doing that other brands not even closely thinking about or doing. Most brands, especially when it comes to halal diet, most brands, they bring what we call it here in the US, ethnic food. So ethnic food, they are bringing for people who migrated from that part of the world. And I love this food. I love try all of it. The big part that is not being covered is a food that's here in the US. It's been here for years and years, and you see all these fast food franchise doing it. We're not only aiming at chicken tikka masala, hummus and falafel and all these things. We're actually working on things like pasta sauce, Italian pasta sauce. We're doing things like bone broth, bone marrow. Down the road, we're gonna have fresh items like hot dogs, Latino seasoning, beef jerky. That's one of the big things that we're working on. So these things, they are popular items in the non-halal category, but they haven't made their way into here. By extension, we're serving everyone.
Where you started off, how it has changed, and where you are now.
So when I started with other things that I did in the past, I was product first, product first. Like I see a cool product, cool idea. I got this coffee thing, who would I sell it to? And I always run into short-term decisions that did not help. So when I started this brand, it was the total opposite. I said, I know there's a problem here and I'm passionate about serving. Let me serve my community, but how I'm going to serve them? So when I started back in May, when I presented my pitch deck, it was about supplements and specifically a prenatal supplement. So me and my wife worked on it. It's still a pain point for us with like, hey, need a clean ingredients. It needs to be halal. It needed to be combined of multiple products. So there were so many things. So we came up with an idea for a supplement, prenatal supplements that include all the essentials and include the protein powder, so on and so forth. Start on the next stage with actually trying to find manufacturer. Because we are a US brand, we wanted a US manufacturer. Anything but straightforward. Made a big Excel sheet of all the people, start contacting down the list, adding more people. So I was contacting on average 2 to 3 manufacturers every day. I think I got my list surpassed 36, 38 people. By people, I mean between companies, brokers, all of that. So we were asking for three main things. Are you halal certified? And so many of them, they fall off. Like, are you halal certified? Are you willing to be? Do you want to be, so we can help you with the process or whatever it is? No. So it just made things more complicated, but also clear. The lack starting not on the store, the lack starting from the manufacturing side. The manufacturers are not interested in this. Just to find out that, hey, we got 2 manufacturers ready to send us samples, and one of them dropped, not interested. The other one, after pulling teeth, we got to the sampling stage, sent us samples. We tried the samples, good. Just to confirm, this one you can make it halal certified, right? Again, like on that one. And I said, well, I'm not sure. What is it? I said, no, that's from day one. It's in our name. That's kind of a number one thing. I'm not interested in close to be. It's like either certified or not. There is no in between. That's what we're working on. We were scheduled to go and we booked our tickets to an event, a trade show, to present people with samples, have them try it, start taking pre-orders. And like about 4 or 5 days before the event or trade show, communication was so bad. It's horrible, actually. Like they don't even get back to my phone calls, my emails, all of that one. Our customers, our people deserves a better manufacturer than this. Well, if I take orders and they don't fulfill on them or there's something goes wrong with it, we had a hard decision to make. It's like, hey, are we gonna stay home and think about the whole thing, go back to the drawing board, or just show up and see what happens with nothing? So we showed up with half a dozen of post-it notes and 2 Sharpies. That was like some keychain, like we printed that we want to give it away, and that's it. That was our booth, and we were just asking question. What do you want? The whole conversation was practicing my pitch deck, practicing my vivid vision there. That's what I was selling. I was selling the vision of the company. Hey, we know this is a problem for our community. There is no question about it, and we all feel it. How we're gonna solve it? Standing there in the middle of the aisle while people shopping is just like brainstorming with whoever is passing by, whoever is listening. It was amazing experience. I was very hesitant to do it because I don't know, but opened up so many conversation, opened up connection. Even there were some people interested in promoting us, some people interested in investing. I got people to connect me to the other people they know of industry, but showed us the pain of the community. It's bigger than we thought. It's not only my pain because when you think of your problems, you think it's only your problem or you're making it a problem in your head, but it's not. And unfortunately, so many of them they're saying, well, I don't think I ever can abide by a halal diet unless I'm somewhere else, not here in the US. For me, for other people, especially working on this brand, is an epiphany, like a turning moment, is that no, we are here, we belong here. That's the biggest goal that we have for our company.
From all these post-it notes, do you have ideas on that now?
The cool thing that people are looking for products, if we're just talking about categories, the snack category, fresh food category, fresh meat special category, supplements category, cooking, sauces, condiments, this category, and even skincare, because this one they want it to be clean. Like what kind of oil you're using with it, what kind of things you're using with that one. Are you doing cruelty free for animals? All of these things. So right now, the one we're focusing on is the one we are gonna start with that we think it's gonna solve the biggest pain point, and we believe that we can go to market with faster than other categories, which is in the cooking space. The things that decided on, like our first 4 or 5 products, gonna be halal certified sauces, especially the one that includes meat or meat byproducts like pasta sauce, the Italian one that has no maybe wine, or the balsamic sometimes has issues with it because it's aged wine on that one. Sauces for cooking, other ones, the more authentic one could be like curry based sauce, whatever sauces we have for cooking. Busy families, big family, they need to cook really quick. They want to add 2, 3 things together and have a dinner, is not making the sauce from scratch. So that's one route we're taking right now. Plus, we're adding the dry meat section to it. Beef sticks, beef jerkies, turkey sticks, chicken sticks, those ones kind of for people to take a snack on the go, but is a high protein.
And do you have a manufacturer now who you can work with?
We're still looking. We know how hard it is to get a halal certified manufacturer in the US with a reasonable first order, because some of them they're talking about like 250, half a million first order. So that's a lot just to start with.
Yeah.
So now we're expanding to go even internationally.
Then what are you doing right now to build your list?
We have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. We are active on TikTok. And one of the things that we did also on the trade show, I start interviewing other businesses in the halal space just to feature them because we need more of them. Some people shows up and we're talking about it, oh, you're our competitor. I said, no, we cannot compete because the market is so underserved that you can literally release 2 brands doing exactly the same thing, and both of them they will have more than enough customers. Actually featuring those on our account because they are serving the same community, might as well support them.
The long-term plan for this, are you building it to sell? Just do this forever? What are you thinking you'll do?
Our long-term plan is not one fixed plan, but in the future we hope either we acquire other smaller brands. So instead of building a whole category in skincare, we acquired one of those companies. Most of them, when I talk to them, they're lacking skills in marketing. They're lacking how to let the people know about your brand. One of the things that we're hoping to get is once we are on our way and we have revenue, is we start acquiring those companies. The other thing, if there is a company bigger than us, will acquire us to get us into more of a mass market. One of the things people ask for, frozen meals. Frozen meals, it's a big market, but it's a very capital intensive and logistic intensive. Like you need distribution.
You're self-funding? Like how are you funding this?
Self-funding, plus we just got an investor couple days ago. It's very exciting. It's someone who I know for a long time, believes in the vision, believes in me. So we're starting a combination of my own investments, his investments in the company, and we're hoping to launch the first 2, 3 products in no time.
What have you been doing for work before you started with this?
Went to school majoring in computer information system and science, double majoring in business and management with a marketing. So I did not finish the whole major. Started working for a company in the Minnesota area and was one of the top 5 companies in the Midwest for healthcare. I worked in their system and I thought myself I'm going into programming and software development, just to find out I was more of like a people person. I just like took the role of team lead, a little bit of a managerial things, manages bigger teams. Like, so started with team of 2, 3 people. I ended up with one night managing 60 plus people just to kind of coordinate the work. In less than 3 years, I got the burnout. That showed me I have a lot more potential. And I think I jumped the ship into entrepreneurship a bit too soon, a learning for me. So that's 2016. 2016 till now, I've done a lot of things. I've done things online, offline. Most things did not work out. 1 or 2 things worked out, got me afloat, and that's where I am.
So what would you say is your favorite thing about being in the program? Because I know you're active in both 1% and obviously Cap Inc.
Thing, the entrepreneurship game, it's a lonely game. You talk to 1,000 people, but by the end of the day, it's just you're by yourself. I think of myself as I'm weird, but I think one of the favorite things is you see people weird like you or even more. Being weird is not the end of the world, but I think all of us, we fear that we are doing something wrong. And we're making the wrong decision. We're on the wrong track. Like you tried something and did not work out. You said, oh, definitely, I have the evidence that I'm on the wrong track. I'm doing something wrong. So one of the biggest things about, especially in Cap Inc., you have people believe in you and your vision more than you do yourself. That's the biggest thing, is their belief. And they get you to the point where you start believing in it more than anybody else. And that's what makes you take the right actions to go towards your goal. Just because it's called capitalism.com is the good capitalism. Community and the vision of the community with the experience of everyone you're along with, that what makes it unique.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm rooting hard for you, Ines. This is amazing what you're doing.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.